Under the broad tripartite free trade area between the EAC, East African Community, the Common Market for East and Southern Africa, and the Southern African Development Community, these three regs came together to develop a tripartite simplified trade regime framework, which is a framework that is designed to assist small-scale traders across the three regions, across the tripartite region, to move with their goods freely on an agreed basis in terms of the common list of goods agreed, and at the same time looking at the thresholds of the values under which these goods would pass through borders without paying any duties. So in the last few days, we had two consultative meetings. The first meeting was with the cross-border traders themselves, who constitute the majority of people who cross the borders with goods, low-value goods. This meeting also had women's organizations. It also had the youth, particularly those that are involved in agri-business. So the meeting really was to consult on this constituency on the Tripartite Simplified Trade Regime Framework, just to present the framework to them and to gather their views and insights, and also to get to know the realities that they live, the experiences that they have around issues, challenges, processes which they come up against at different border posts within the tripartite region. So it was really an important meeting that captured their views, and these views were made into recommendations, the recommendations of which that were presented to the second meeting that we convened of the member and partner states of the tripartite region. And when these were recommended to them for their views, reflections, it was interesting to note that the member states themselves, they agreed with most of the reflections that were there, and there is momentum amongst the member and partner states to make the simplified trade regime work, especially for the ordinary people who survive on cross-border trade on a daily basis. So the second meeting came up with very important recommendations that will be taken to the policy organs of the tripartite structures for further scrutiny and validation of the framework. Once the framework is validated, then it becomes a living document, framework that will guide the operations of cross-border traders, their associations, the members who carry goods across different borders, to increase their opportunities for market access, market in terms of sourcing raw materials if they are involved in manufacturing, or market to buy the low-value goods that they need for their livelihoods. So it was really an important engagement we had over the week with the different stakeholders, and which finally was looked at by the member and partner states of the tripartite region. The next steps are that once the member and partner states look at the framework incorporating the recommendations that came from the meetings, the next steps we are looking towards validation. And once it's validated by the policy organs, then it becomes a framework that will be applicable across the tripartite region. And we are looking forward to this.